Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Give a tip or gratuity to in return for a service, beyond the compensation agreed on. Fee the steward. A fixed charge for a privilege or for professional services. An interest in land capable of being inherited. A plug used to close a hole in a barrel or flask. Give a tip or gratuity to in return for a service, beyond the compensation agreed on. Close with a cork or stopper. AV shape. Give a tip or gratuity to in return for a service, beyond the compensation agreed on. Remember to tip the waiter. Give insider information or advise to. He tipped off the police about the terrorist plot. Cause to topple or tumble by pushing. The top or extreme point of something, usually a mountain or hill. They clambered to the tip of Monadnock. Walk on one's toes. To incline or bend from a vertical position. Strike lightly. A relatively small amount of money given for services rendered, as by a waiter. An indication of potential opportunity. He got a tip on the stock market. Cause to tilt. Tip the screen upward. Mark with a tip. Tip the arrow with the small stone. Remove the tip from. Tip artichokes. The extreme end of something, especially something pointed. Be the cause or source of. Give entirely to a specific person, activity, or cause. Give one's talents to a good cause. The elasticity of something that can be stretched and returns to its original length. Transmit knowledge or skills. Give a secret to the Russians. Move in order to make room for someone for something. Bestow. Give homage. Give food to. Don't give the child this tough meat. Give or supply. Convey or communicate. Of a smile, a look, a physical gesture. Be flexible under stress of physical force. This material doesn't give. Contribute to some cause. Bestow, especially officially. Give a divorce. Dedicate. Give thought to. Break down, literally or metaphorically. Place into the hands or custody of. Organize or be responsible for. Give a course. Bring about. Convey, as of a compliment, regards, attention, etc., bestow. Give the orders. Afford access to. The French doors give onto a terrace. Give or convey physically. Give as a present. Make a gift of. What will you give her for her birthday? Endure the loss of. Cause to happen or be responsible for. Accord by verdict. Give a decision for the plaintiff. Allow to have or take. I give you 2 minutes to respond. Cause to have, in the abstract sense or physical sense. Consent to engage in sexual intercourse with a man. Convey or reveal information. Deliver in exchange or recompense. I'll give you 3 books for 4 CDs. Emit or utter. Give a yelp. Estimate the duration or outcome of something. Execute and deliver. Give, as medicine. Guide or direct, as by behavior of persuasion. Inflict as a punishment. Leave with. Give temporarily. Can I give you my keys while I go in the pool? Manifest or show. This student gives promise of real creativity. Occur. What gives? Offer in good faith. Perform for an audience. Present to view. Proffer, a body part. Propose. Submit for consideration, judgment, or use. Give one's opinion. Transfer possession of something concrete or abstract to somebody. Can you give me lessons? Perform, a play, especially on a stage. The period of time that is happening now. Any continuous stretch of time including the moment of speech. That is enough for the present. Give, especially as an honor or reward. Introduce. A verb tense that expresses actions or states at the time of speaking. Represent abstractly, for example in a painting, drawing, or sculpture. Hand over formally. Deliver, a speech, oration, or idea. The commencement speaker presented a forceful speech that impressed the students. Give an exhibition of to an interested audience. Cause to come to know personally. Give as a present. Make a gift of. Bring forward and present to the mind. We presented the arguments to him. Recognize with a gesture prescribed by a military regulation. Assume a prescribed position. Present somebody with something, usually to accuse or criticize. Being or existing in a specified place. The murderer is present in this room. Formally present a debutante, a representative of a country, etc. Something presented as a gift. His tie was a present from his wife. Temporal sense. Intermediate between past and future, now existing or happening or in consideration. The present leader. Natural abilities or qualities. Give as a present. Make a gift of. Give qualities or abilities to. The act of giving. Something acquired without compensation. A periodic charge that does not vary with business volume, as insurance or rent or mortgage payments, etc. A periodic charge that does not vary with business volume, as insurance or rent or mortgage payments, etc. A periodic charge that does not vary with business volume, as insurance or rent or mortgage payments, etc. Be on the mind of. A reason for wanting something done. In the interest of safety. Be of importance or consequence. A diversion that occupies one's time and thoughts, usually pleasantly. He counts reading among his interests. The power of attracting or holding one's attention, because it is unusual or exciting, etc. They said nothing of great interest. A sense of concern with and curiosity about someone or something. An interest in music. Law. A right or legal share of something, a financial involvement with something. They have interests all over the world. Usually plural, a social group whose members control some field of activity and who have common aims. The iron interests stepped up production. A fixed charge for borrowing money, usually a percentage of the amount borrowed. How much interest do you pay on your mortgage? Excite the curiosity of. Engage the interest of. Mark with a stake. Stake out the path. The money risked on a gamble. A pole or stake set up to mark something, as the start or end of a racetrack. The corner of the lot was indicated by a stake. Put at risk. I will stake my good reputation for this. Kill by piercing with a spear or sharp pole. Law. A right or legal share of something, a financial involvement with something. A stake in the company's future. Place a bet on. A strong wooden or metal post with a point at one end so it can be driven into the ground. Instrument of execution consisting of a vertical post that a victim is tied to for burning. Tie or fasten to a stake. Stake your goat. The fee charged for admission. Place for vessels to anchor. A city in south-central Alaska. A fee for anchoring. The act of anchoring. The condition of being secured to a base. The plant needs a firm anchorage. A charge for storing goods in a cellar. A storage area in a cellar. A group of representatives or delegates. An official document issued by a government and conferring on the recipient the rank of an officer in the armed forces. A special group delegated to consider some matter. The act of granting authority to undertake certain functions. The act of committing a crime. A special assignment that is given to a person or group. A formal statement of a command or injunction to do something. A fee for services rendered based on a percentage of an amount received or collected or agreed to be paid, as distinguished from a salary. He works on commission. Charge with a task. Place an order for. Put into commission. Equip for service, of ships. The state of being in good working order and ready for operation. Put the ships into commission. Kind and considerate regard for others. He showed no consideration for her feelings. A fee charged in advance to retain the services of someone. A considerate and thoughtful act. Information that should be kept in mind when making a decision. Another consideration is the time it would take. A discussion of a topic, as in a meeting. Consideration of the traffic problem took more than an hour. The process of giving careful thought to something. A fee that is payable only if the outcome is successful, as for an attorney's services. Landing in a harbor next to a pier where ships are loaded and unloaded or repaired. May have gates to let water in or out. The act of securing an arriving vessel with ropes. A fee charged for a vessel to use a dock. A fee charged for a vessel to use a dock. A fee added for returning a rented car to a location different from the one where it was rented. The fee charged for admission. The fee charged for admission. A fee that is paid to someone who finds a source of financial backing or to someone who brings people together for business purposes. The agency got a finder's fee when their candidate was hired as the new CEO. A person working in the service of another, especially in the household. A fee charged in advance to retain the services of someone. A dental appliance that holds teeth, or a prosthesis, in position after orthodontic treatment. The fee charged for admission. The fee charged for admission. The fee charged for admission. The act of admitting someone to enter. The surgery was performed on his second admission to the clinic. The right to enter. An acknowledgement of the truth of something. Charged by a government for coining bullion. Value measured by what must be given or done or undergone to obtain something. The sound of a bell being struck. She heard the distant toll of church bells. A fee levied for the use of roads or bridges, used for maintenance. Charge a fee for using. Ring slowly. For whom the bell tolls. The activity of transporting goods by truck. A fee charged for transporting goods by truckage. A fee paid for instruction, especially for higher education. Tuition and room and board were more than $25,000. Teaching pupils individually, usually by a tutor hired privately.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.